and already over 65,000 pairs have been sold on QVC. We have medium and wide widths available, 5 easy payments of $25.28, but really, this is your fashion-forward shoe, but you're not sacrificing comfort, you're not sacrificing function, and you're not sacrificing style either.
Exactly right. I mean, look, I think this is a really sort of beautiful looking silhouette. It's got that nice block heel. The sweet spot, the heel height is really in that sweet spot, so just under 2.5 inches there on the heel. But you're also getting that nice mixed media look, that beautiful snake embossing on the rear foot, and that beautiful soft, almost velvety suede on the front of the foot, on the front of the shoe there. So you know, a beautiful looking style, but you're also getting that great comfort, that enhanced forefoot contour, that elevated support technology that we have with Vionic.
Yeah, and we have 5 colors for you to choose from. So should we start over there with the navy?
Yeah.
Yes, navy.
Sure. So yeah, we've got the navy. It's not a really deep dark navy, so again, this is going to be a really beautiful contrast with your denims, with your denim options. And then we move into the black there, and then you can see that nice sort of high shine on the snake embossing. The black's great too because it's more of that tonal heel there as well, so it looks a lot sleeker on the foot with the black block heel.
Right.
Then we move into the greige, which again is that perfect neutral option. It's that nice sort of lighter mushroom colour, and then we've got into the lighter colour there on the heel. On the heel,
and I like the embossing there because it's got like different tones.
Exactly.
The embossing really makes this shoe
a
whole different level of ankle booty. And then this color,
that
the
is
Merlot?
The Merlot, yeah. So again, that beautiful, that quintessential fall colour, that nice, deep, rich, sort of, you know, dark burgundy Merlot sort of colour. Yeah, so beautiful. And again, I love the contrast on that with that snake embossing.
And you'll notice that all the zipper pulls match as well.
Exactly.
And then finally,
I think we're calling that one the...
Is this the Java?
The Java, yeah. So again, that nice sort of deep, rich brown colour. And you know, I think this is going to be a great buy now, wear now. It's amazing, you know, with ankle boots, you know, how really it was more of a winter sort of style, and with you know, with jeans or leggings or whatever it might be. But now it's really sort of moving into a trend of, you know, wearing it with skirts, wearing it with a lot more different types of outfits, which I think is great. Just gives a lot more versatility to the style.
It really does, and it's also, I mean, we describe it as it just basically replaces the heel.
Yeah.
Like everything that you would wear a heel with, you can easily wear an ankle boot with and not worry about, you know, does this look okay or not, because it does, it certainly does. And the quality of this leather is, it's so soft, but there's a little special feature to this, isn't there?
Exactly right. Well, this is weather resistant, so you know, oftentimes when you're wearing suede styles, if you see a dark cloud coming over, you'll run for cover.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to ruin your suede shoes. But this is actually a weather-resistant suede, and in fact, I've got a you know, got a little demonstration here to just show you how this water is just going to beautifully bead off the top of these. So now you've never worked with me before, so I tend to spill a lot of things. So stand out of the splash zone there, Kathy. But there you can see how that water is just beading off the top of this shoe. So there you can see how there's still a bit of water actually sitting on top of it, but it's just shaking off there and not really seeping into that leather at all. So a great option there to give you great versatility and great, you know, the confidence basically to be able to know that you can wear these, get them damp, and it's not going to ruin the suede on those.
So that's what we're talking about when we say function. Like, that is incredibly functional to have a suede shoe, but then we're not missing out on the support of the shoe as well, right?
Exactly. So we can have a look, and it's a really cool demonstration to show you the difference that this elevated support technology will make underneath the foot. So what we've got here is Amy standing here, and what I'm going to do is just slip a regular heel onto Amy. There we go. And what we're going to notice here, if I just turn you, there we go. So what we're going to notice here, there's really sort of 2 points of contact. So we've got contact at the heel and contact at the forefoot. So what you can see there, nothing underneath the arch at all. So there's no support sitting underneath there whatsoever. By contrast, and let me just sort of show you there, just take that out. And then if we take the heel and just putting the orthotic technology underneath Amy's foot, and there we can see the difference, how now that foot is sitting into that arch support, not sitting on top of it. So now that foot is beautifully cradled through the whole walking motion. There's no gap there underneath the arch whatsoever. So that's going to be the difference of that elevated support that's really going to make for you.
And tell us, why is it important to support our feet?
Well, look, it's really, really important to have full foot contact when you go through that walking motion, particularly on heels or wedges, because of the fact that you've got all the pressure going into one part of the foot generally, which is around that ball of the foot area.
Okay.
Here you see with our elevated support, the whole foot is cradled, so there's full foot contact across all of underneath the foot. So what's happening? Your foot's being cradled. Your foot's sitting into the footbed instead of just sitting on top of it. That's the difference, and that's the importance of having to have your foot, or how you should have your foot supported, particularly in heels or wedges.
Yeah, I feel like I hear that a lot. Like everybody says that, but I am one of those that I'm like, oh, but it looks so cute.
Exactly.
So here you're not sacrificing anything. Zero compromises, tons of colors, and then the fact that you could take it home for $25.28 is pretty amazing.
That's right. And look, here's what I mean. I've just removed that orthotic insert for you, just to show you. And think about the shape of your foot. You can still see that nice sort of arch, nice deep heel cup. If I just tilt it that way, you can see just there around there, that little teardrop area, that enhanced forefoot contour. I mean, here's a cutaway, and this is the same cutaway that we showed on Amy. So you're getting great elevation, very, very similar heel height. Let's put it there. It was a really nice suede boot before I cut it in half. But then if I turn it around this way, you can see just how flat it is underneath the foot. And even just let me slip in, again, that orthotic Vionic contour there, and there you can see the difference in the level of support you're going to be getting with Vionic versus something else.
I didn't even realize that my foot had like two arches, like this part and then the part kind of at the ball of your feet that you were telling us about before.
And that's where all that pressure comes in. And when your foot's up on an angle, that's the area that's going to flatten out. And oftentimes, the stories are here when I'm wearing heels, when you wear heels and that sort of thing, it's around that ball of the foot. That's the part you really want to dig your knuckle into and really sort of get massaged out, because that's where all the pressure goes down onto. So it's really important to have all of that contact. But then, we've spoken about the technology, but look at how it looks on the foot. This is such a stunning looking silhouette. You've got the mixed media there with that
greyish color, right?
That's the greyish. And you can see there how much of a great neutral option that is. And I love that really natural stacked heel look to it also. So you're getting the great colours, great looking style on as well. Very, very flattering on the foot. It is a very, very feminine silhouette. So it's amazing that we've spoken about all this comfort and support technology, but then we're looking at silhouettes like this. This is fashion footwear. You wouldn't think of it as comfort footwear, but it is really that concealed comfort that's built right in there.
And that is the Merlot that you're looking at there. And that is such a great color. That's one of those colors that I've kind of been venturing out into now this current fall. I don't know why, but I guess our stylist here at QVC told us not to be afraid of these kinds of boots, and I always was. So this is really like becoming the new neutral in many ways. It
is indeed, yeah. And like I said, I love that sort of Merlot, all those burgundies that we're bringing out. It's a colour that we do really, really nicely at Vionic.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it is really that perfect autumnal colour.
And this is your perfect denim bootie, or ankle boot.
That's right, with the navy. So it's not a really deep, deep dark navy. I love there on the snake embossing how you get some brightness coming through there underneath that embossing there also. So it's not a really sort of deep navy. It does lighten it up a little bit, but this is going to be a perfect colour for your denims.
Yes. And I want to remind you, this is my pick of the show. So it's my pick of the show for various reasons. Obviously, it's very fashion forward and it's super cute, but it's also incredibly supportive, and the fact that you have a nice stacked heel like that gives you that stability. And we also have the medium and wide widths available, plus a ton of colors. So there's a lot of options here, a lot of variety, and I think everyone can kind of dabble into this. We showed you some of the colors on the models before, but let me just walk you through them briefly. This is the navy, which we saw earlier. Then next to that is the black. And these all have the solid black heel as well. This is the greige. This one has a tan heel. And then we have the Merlot, which has that black heel. And then finally our Java, which we didn't get to talk too much about, but this one has a black heel as well, and it's a nice chocolatey brown. It's really, really a lovely shoe.
Yeah.
And for $126 is the price point on this, and 40 cents, 5 easy payments of $25.28. And as is every shoe in our Vionic show, free shipping and handling. Now this one is coming up a little later. It is new, and it is called the Cheyenne. Did I say that correctly, Cheyenne?
You did, yes.
Yeah. And
it's
a mule.
That's what I call it anyway. So
it's a mule with a nice, cute burnished toe. They are the perfect slip-on shoe. Just under $150 here. 5 easy payments of $29.99. And I mean, very on trend at this moment.
And if you've tried the and boot, which we've just shown you, if you've tried that, you'll love how this feels underneath the foot because it's made with exactly the same construction. So it's going to have a very, very similar underfoot feel as what you've seen with the and or any of our other styles that are made on what we call the upright construction. So we've started to name a lot of our units or our constructions just so you can able to sort of apply those to the different styles we're